Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Which camera am I looking at? This one? This one? This one? This one? This one?
What are you doing?
Getting ready for our Netflix documentary episode.
What Netflix documentary? Nessie mockumentary. Watching
Nessie mockumentary?
We're watching a mockumentary about Nessie.
Oh.
What's in the box?
Greetings, film fans. Welcome to the Cinema Sandbox. I'm Christopher G.
I'm Jordan Sherwood. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Today we're talking about 2004's incident at Loch Ness.
He's falling in the water.
Oh, God.
Not overboard. Nike, over here.
There are several layers of, it's a documentary of a documentary of...
An alternate documentary, which interestingly features Werner Herzog, but it is not a film by Werner Herzog.
My next project, a documentary, it's going to be called The Enigma of Loch Ness.
This is the buy-in. Do we buy that Werner Herzog would be really making a film about Loch Ness Monster? If it were him trying to find the Loch Ness Monster, I don't think we would.
No.
But he's interested in the mythology of it and the human...
and all the philosophical underpinnings and...
The jumpsuit, oh my God, yeah. I never had any intention to wear that. It was just ridiculous. And they even misspelled expedition on the back.
We're gonna head up to Urquhart Castle.
It operates on so many different levels, but is in the guise of what has been termed mockumentary, but that some don't like that term.
Yeah, they don't... I don't mind using it because I think everyone kind of gets what it means.
Tell me some of the ones that are in your wheelhouse. You've seen Spinal Tap, you've seen all
Oh my
the
goodness.
Christopher.
There's so many. Spinal Tap, What We Do in the Shadows, all of the guest films.
Best in Show, Guffman, Mighty Wind.
That's not even getting into television. The Office, both the US and the UK version, Parks and Rec, Modern Family.
I don't know that Meryl Streep was the right choice. What did you think?
Excuse me. Meryl Streep could play Batman and be the right choice. She's perfection.
I love this genre so much.
And that is actually still some poison in it.
What is with this dude and toxins, poisons? He's directing one of the films within the film, but even that film, unbeknownst to him, is being faked.
Somebody trying to fictionalize a documentary within a fictionalized documentary. It's meta in many ways.
It wasn't a huge hit when it came out, and maybe therefore there's not a ton of demand for physical media. As far as I can tell, it's out of print right now.
And I saw it in the theater, but it did not have a huge wide release. It's almost the kind of thing I could see on the IFC channel or something like that, where, you know, it's film geeks who know Herzog, and then you have this film, you know, for them. It's kind of that kind of audience.
I had dreams of winning an award for working on a movie with Werner Herzog.
The film was directed by Zak Penn, and he plays himself in the film. He's a real-life producer, writer. He's written on some very big Hollywood blockbusters like X-Men 2 and, you know, Last Action Hero, that kind of stuff. He also directed another documentary later called Atari Game Over, which is kind of this little weird niche documentary about this mythology, again, of this huge sinkhole that they buried what was known as the worst video game ever created.
E.T. for Atari.
It was bad.
Brutal, unfair, didn't make a lot of sense.
How did a company that was so innovative fail so miserably?
It was kind of one of the things that has been pointed at as one of the downfalls of the Atari Corporation, which went bankrupt soon after. Their sales went from, like, you know, in the billions or whatever, to like a year later, like 80% of their business had dropped off.
Anything can happen, Sony. Watch yourselves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Goodbye, physical PlayStation games.
It just destroys the entire ecosystem that we've kind of come to know.
You can't own anything, including video games.
The used game market is completely done.
Buying digital should not be the only option.
Physical media is kind of seeing a bounce back because there is a lot of frustration brewing about people are just want to own their things.
That's why this is about to be the hottest place in town.
John, you better get that fucking camera out of my face. I'm serious.
We've got John Bailey.
He's the DP, and in the film, he's the documentarian that's capturing.
And they're doing a thing called
Herzog shooting this documentary.
And then I think they called the documentary Herzog in a Wonderland.
Yes.
That's what their documentary is called.
Yes.
We've got Katana Baker, who is a Playboy playmate and sonar technician.
I'm gonna go down and set the sensor.
Michael Carnow, who is the cryptozoologist, but he's not really a cryptozoologist. He's a performer, and he really is an actor. So he's just, again, playing himself.
When I'm doing a film, please don't walk into a shot.
No, I understand, but okay, you're not yes-anding me.
This isn't improv.
It's okay, we can interact this way now.
Oh, does he come from an improv class? Is that
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Incident at Loch Ness obviously is set in Scotland, but it begins in LA.
And I don't know if that's really Herzog's actual place. It could very well be because, you know, he does live there.
It's that neighborhood.
It's that neighborhood, and, you know, that's where he pulled Joaquin Phoenix out of the burning car.
He was deployed between airbags upside down. And I recognized him somehow, and he was desperately trying to light a cigarette. I had to distract him and snatch the cigarette lighter from him because he was unaware that gasoline was dripping all into his car.
Did you ever see that clip of him getting shot during an interview?
Nobody cares about my films. For example, what's...
You just said I've been shot. Look, you're bleeding.
It starts off with a introduction to Werner Herzog, telling you a little bit about what he is, what he does, his mythology.
The setting is he's preparing for a dinner party.
He's having a little dinner party. It's almost like a last thing before he sets off on making this film called The Enigma of Loch Ness.
It's again his search for truth, or whatever it is that defines truth and people's perception of reality.
But he says that he doesn't really believe there is a monster. And he said that but it doesn't matter because what's really going on here, that we're constructing these monsters, satisfies this kind of deep human need that we need to have these monsters and whatnot. He talks about that with Jeff Goldblum at the party, one of the party guests.
It's fun to believe in things, but Carl Sagan in his book says just because it's fun to believe in things doesn't mean that we should believe in them.
It's not just fun, it's a deep necessity of this civilization. There's something not gone right with our civilization. And somehow we need the very dark monsters. Come on, you are the expert.
But he also talks about alien abductions, which was quite funny too. Remember what he was saying?
Why is it that so many Americans were abducted by aliens? Why? Why have we never seen any woman being abducted from Ethiopia?
But then he throws this this curveball in because he's trying to make dinner for everyone, and he brings out, here is my yucca, and he's like,
that toxic root thing.
He's like, you have to cook it just exactly right because it's slightly toxic.
Taste that is not completely correct. You would know. Yeah. Gabriel?
I really like the dinner party scene. It's funny like everything else, but it does a couple of different things. It introduces us to all of these characters and their jobs, explains what the DP and the sound guy and all these people are doing. And it also establishes what these different documentaries are. It establishes Herzog's documentary, it establishes this other crew as all the people are asking, okay, who's the guy with the camera? So we get an idea of that.
Yeah, Zak Penn, he is the producer of the film and the director of the film, but in the film he's playing himself, obviously. He is surprised by this other film crew. He's like, well, what's going on with the camera? You know, and Herzog's like, oh, he's doing his own thing, don't pay attention. But this is the first inklings we have of something's up because Zak Penn is a little bit put off by this other crew. And you're like, why is he acting so sus?
He's not good at acting like he's not acting. He doesn't want people watching what he's up to.
But why? Like, if he's just making a documentary.
Sketchy producer stuff.
You know what? Let me sort this out. You go have dessert and I'll talk to Gabby about it. It's not a good time.
Yeah, we need to clarify that. I don't know.
No, we will. He knows.
Before they leave, Herzog's wife does that little Russian
that
ritual. You have to sit on your luggage before you go on a journey. Otherwise, what did she say? Or these things get screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little pretentious as well because you're like, oh, okay. Like,
well, he kind of rushed that.
How could things? Yeah, I don't think his heart was in it. So maybe he asked for his own own trouble there. And so they're off to Scotland.
One of the first things they do before they get out on the water and actually begin shooting their documentaries, they get the whole crew together at the hotel in their conference room for a meeting. And this is where we get one of my favorite elements of the mockumentary genre.
And this is where it starts to kick in.
The cringe part of it.
Well,
What's it for?
You mean it's like an official expedition jumpsuit. What do you mean, what is it for?
Zach brings out the jumpsuits for everybody to wear.
Yeah. The expedition.
Really cute idea.
Zach's character is very much into the window dressing. He likes playing the producer. He likes play, the same way, you always get films and they get crew hats, with the thing, and they give shit like that out to keep, try to build this kind of morale for the crew and whatnot. But he wanted it to legitimize it. And so he had all these jumpsuits made. Herzog's reaction is 100% Herzog. Again, it's not like he's acting.
It's nothing official. We are shooting a film.
Well, let's say if you fall in the water, this way we know you're one of our team. I mean, that's the point.
Come on, wrestling. I want to go to work.
He's like, yeah, we're not doing
we're not doing the X-Men outfit.
Oh my God. Oh, the secondhand embarrassment. Ugh.
The old dude with the beard who, Herzog interviews about the Loch Ness Monster.
Undoubtedly, the Loch Ness Monster exists.
I used to be fascinated by, I was fascinated by all Bigfoot, Loch Ness, aliens, all that stuff, especially with the Leonard Nimoy show In Search Of.
The lake is called Loch Ness. It is said that here lives a monster that can make the surface of a lake boil with foam.
The guy that's in this film, Adrian Shine, is in the In Search Of episode. And so you can see him 40 years or 50 years earlier.
Suddenly, from nowhere, the most absolutely beautiful creature came in with us. She had the boil suit. She was absolutely beautiful. Her name is Katana.
As the film goes on, we start to see that Zach has his own plans to shoot stuff behind Herzog's back to boop up the film.
And then suddenly, that incredible girl pulled her boiler suits out, and then she's with the tiniest bikinis I ever seen in my life.
And Zach, why exactly am I wearing a G-string bikini?
Because you are a model and you're a sonar operator.
Brings in Katana.
Katana Baker.
Katana
Playmate.
My name is Katana Baker. I am an actress and a model. I've modeled for Playboy, and I have been in the Miller Lite catfight commercials.
Doesn't Miller Lite taste great?
Yeah, but I drink it because it's less filling.
Great taste. Less filling! Great taste!
She just shows up one day.
She's going to be their sonar operator. Okay. And bless her heart, she
turns out to be maybe one of the most capable people on the crew.
Yes, she did research for the role before coming out.
Right.
And, I think we could maybe learn a lesson from that.
They're saying, show us the evidence. I'm saying, show us the non-evidence.
We also meet Michael Carnow, who plays their cryptozoologist. He is not a cryptozoologist. He's an actor. Herzog said, we need an expert, but he should be, what did he say? Credible, but passionate?
Okay.
Yes. There's not a lot of overlap in that Venn diagram of credible and passionate.
He left it to Zak Penn to find somebody, so.
A cryptozoologist is a person who studies undiscovered animals, I guess is the best way to put it. They're the people who go out and look for the abominable snowman or Nessie or any of these creatures.
He gives Herzog that picture. He's like, I want you to have this. This is a photograph I took in Borneo.
1,000 miles from its native habitat.
But where is it? I can't figure it out.
Right here. The snout, the appendages, fore and aft.
He says something to Zach like,
okay, did I do what you wanted to do?
You're fine. You're yourself.
All right.
Okay. Okay, guys, have a good day.
And you're like, okay.
He says it out loud in front of everybody. On top of the secretive booping things up, there's also the lack of planning.
Engine
on this boat is way too loud, so we can't get any usable dialogue on this boat.
A lot of the mechanics were so half thought out as far as the producing goes.
Yes, just this is like real stuff.
Yes, like he didn't work out. He didn't work out anything with the captain or the boat or the sound or the engine. All of that is coming to a head as they're getting out there the day of shooting. That's the kind of stuff a producer should have figured out.
Yeah.
Beforehand, not the jumpsuits. It's messing up the sound guy. It's messing up the DP.
Zach says, well, can we switch out the motor from another boat and put it in this boat?
That's totally ridiculous. I mean, that's
Why is that ridiculous?
That's like putting a mini engine in a Rolls Royce.
And the way that Zach, again, he's like kind of an unsavory character because the way he reacts to the captain.
We'll get somebody else who will do it. Find a different captain. Find somebody who will put the engine in for me. I understand. I respect that. I respect he doesn't want to do it. So if he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't have to do it. We'll find somebody else who will.
Kind of like bullshit line, like stupid boyfriends say, oh, there's a lot of girls lined up to date me. You should be lucky to have me kind of thing.
What's going on here? What's going on?
Werner came out and literally caught us red-handed.
Zach's actions make it hard to side with him.
Yeah.
The way he continues to escalate his framing the narrative. I mean, it's beyond just framing the narrative.
It's a hoax. It is just a hoax.
I think you're really overreacting.
Now I'm smelling a rat against the wind.
He actually has a motorized Nessie.
I don't know what to say.
Zach, we are done.
I think he decided he was done before he turned around and saw that. Because the guy walked into the room with it behind his back. And Zach's looking at him, just knowing that he's going to turn around and see it.
You once said to me, cinema is lies.
Come on, what do you mean by cinema is lies? Sure, there's a distinction. And if you can't make the distinction, if you just can't make the distinction, why don't you become a talk show host?
But Zach has to give Herzog this impassioned speech. He's trying to really appeal to Werner Herzog's passion for film.
If you walk out the door, there's no movie, okay? Everyone who works here, everyone who is working on this movie loses their jobs.
I should have quit right then and there, but somehow I couldn't let it happen to have a film shut down on my account.
By day 2, before they even get on the water, all of his lack of preparation is starting to affect the production. So once it gets on the water, it's just a mess.
We're aware that Zak Penn has created this radio-controlled dummy of the monster that he's going to use at some point. They're shooting a scene, and the cinematographer sees something out the window.
So immediately I panned because I thought I'm going to miss it if I don't do it.
He confronts Zach. Yeah, he's like, if you're going to shoot effects, you got to tell me. And Zach's like,
Gabby, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, if we're going to do the effects...
Gabby, I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
Zach, you've already been lying to Werner. You are not going to be lying to me, okay?
So now we're starting to see a little bit of a shift where there's a little bit of mystery, or it's a little bit scary.
Is there actually a monster out there?
Like, yeah, and now what's going on?
I've been on the phone all morning and I can't get in touch with Gabby or Russell.
The crew just starts to peel off. We lose the sound guy, we lose the DP. No problem for Herzog. He can do it himself. He can man the camera himself. He's going to continue the production. The show must go on.
All right, I think that's enough. Okay.
Zach keeps trying to boop up the production with the animatronics. He just like, all right, fuck it. Let's just throw the animatronic out there. Let's get our shot.
It's perfect!
Now I'm not gonna shoot that.
How could you not shoot that? Look at that, it's perfect!
Eventually it comes to confronting that myth of Werner Herzog with the gun standoff with the flare gun.
Stop arguing with me and shoot the goddamn shot.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I'm not gonna shoot this. This is so dumb, I've never seen anything else.
You shoot this shot, or I'm gonna shoot you, okay?
So if you don't know, Werner Herzog had an ongoing artistic collaboration with the actor Klaus Kinski, who was, by most accounts, insane.
Du sagst es mir nicht, aber schreib aber nicht. Leg mich doch am Arsch weg. Der Moment ist überhaupt gekommen, wo ich dir in die Fresse haue.
Like, not even in a joking way. Like, he, I believe, had mental health problems.
Rage issues.
Yeah, just continually raging.
Ist das ungeheuerlich, was der mir erzählt? Ich muss es nicht fressen, sagt er mir.
In the documentaries where Herzog talks about his relation, she's like, yes, we plotted to kill each other, plotted to murder. And he goes, and it wasn't a metaphor. We literally wanted to kill each other.
Gegen Schluss boten mir die Indianer an, dass sie den Kinski ermorden würden für mich. Sie sagten, sollen wir ihn töten für dich? Und ich sagte, nein, um Gottes Willen, ich brauche ihn hier noch zum Drehen. Lasst ihn mir, lasst ihn mir.
In Fitzcarraldo, there is this story that has circulated over the years that at some point during one of these skirmishes with Kinski, Herzog pulled a gun out and forced him to do what he wanted at gunpoint.
Und sagte, nein, ich fahre jetzt. Und ich sagte ihm, ich habe ein Gewehr, zwar nicht hier. Würde höchstens die nächste Flussbiegung erreichen. Und da würde 8 Kugeln durch den Kopf haben. Und die 9. wäre für mich.
So it's with that in mind that Zak goes into the cabin, gets the flare gun, and is like, okay, if this is how you operate...
Just shoot it. How does it feel now, being at the other end of the gun, my friend? Go ahead.
It's not even loaded.
It's a flare gun. It's a flare gun.
It would still fuck you up.
Yeah.
You do not want to get shot in the face with a flare gun.
No.
Just take a look. Just look at this.
All throughout, too, it's been remarkable that it has committed to the format, being a single camera documentary.
Oh, yeah.
We're not getting like flashes of
They're not
separate
cheating it.
They're not cheating it.
I don't know what it was, but something just rammed right into us.
So as the situation with what is apparently a real monster out there continues to escalate.
Is it a
I'm aware
Katana who
that
says, oh,
there's-
maybe we were like provoking it by doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, okay, again, because she did her research, we now have this device.
She's a committed method actor.
All right, first of all, this actually needs to be plugged in.
Plugged in where?
This is a wireless transmitter.
The sonar equipment is really coming in handy because it helps us kind of gauge where this monster is at and if it's coming towards them. It's a moment when they're all in the hole.
Yeah.
Waiting and bracing themselves for it.
Yeah, it also functions as a kind of suspense
Yes.
mechanism because, you know, they see that it's closer, kind of like, you know, it's approaching, it's approaching.
While staying committed to this documentary within a documentary of a documentary bit, the tone completely shifts. It goes from just this funny character bit to an all-out horror.
God. And they're kind of stranded because the radio thing is gone and then the engine has failed, right? So they're kind of
Obviously, because it's not meant for that boat.
So they're kind of stuck out there. Then something hits the boat. And it's kind of a scary moment.
Yeah, I think this is the hit that actually like takes out the boat.
Right.
That's when we get, I think by that point they've already put the camera inside the little waterproof casing. So I think we actually get a moment where Herzog wakes up on the deck of the half-sunken boat.
Right. And this is where it
picks up the camera himself. This is not his documentary camera, but the documentarian's camera.
Right.
I don't know exactly why I picked up the camera. It was probably instinct from years of making films.
And there's sort of a little crossover into the found footage thing too, because it's like the cameraman is gone, but the camera is just lying on the deck of the boat or whatever. It's a great moment because I do believe that Herzog would do that. If the camera person...
I do too. At least that's the persona that we've been sold and have bought into. The crew is without a lifeboat now because Zak escaped on that.
I'm all she has in the world. We send you all our love and we hope to see you soon. What's up?
So Zak, as we see through this rescue sequence, makes it to this family that's kind of vacationing somewhere on the shore. Says, hey, I'm gonna take your camera, let's take your boat. I've got a crew out here that needs to be rescued.
There's a bunch of people in the water.
So we get this kind of motif of like the grabbing of the camera, that all these multiple points of view are mediated through whatever the camera's technology. We have to film this. This has to be filmed. The camera is the eye.
I remember the moment when the rescue boat pulled up. And then there was Zak filming me with a camera.
I feel like that hits a little harder today because if you were to be rescued in a situation, be it a car wreck or a boat crash or a fire or something out here nowadays, your chances of being rescued by a TikToker who's probably also going to want to take it live while they're helping you is not zero.
The truth did not seem ecstatic. It seemed vulgar and pointless.
What was the first Herzog film you saw?
Might have been Fitzcarraldo.
When I showed it to you?
I think so.
Okay. But you were aware of him before?
Just because of that persona. I knew before ever even seeing anything of his that he was some sort of like grizzled, tough guy, like documentarian.
Yeah. Because I'm wondering, like, if the general public, like film geeks know Werner Herzog.
To answer your question, his persona has broken out of
it precedes him in a way.
Containment. Yes.
Right.
So this place has had 0 offers?
People seem to be scared off on account of it being haunted and disgusting. After 47 years living here, I decided to move to Orlando to be closer to Disney World.
What was that reputation built on? I guess through projects like Fitzcarraldo.
He's historically has been a critical darling. Like most of his, especially that period around Fitzcarraldo and Aguirre, The Wrath of God.
Los hab ich gesagt! Greif ihn vor uns her!
But in particular, Fitzcarraldo is where that mythology of Herzog, I think, became really widely known. Everyone knew that film as that's the film where the film director pulled the boat over the hill for real. When Herzog was shopping the film around to different studios, Paramount or whatever, said, yeah, we'll do it, but you got to use a model for that. And he's like, absolutely not, I won't. So he's a filmmaker who has an ideology. He has to do certain things a certain way because it has meaning for him. It's not just the spectacle of seeing a boat going over a hill, which could easily be done now as CG, of course, but he needed to do it for real because that's what his ideology is.
If I abandon this project, I would be a man without dreams, and I don't want to live like that.
And then there was a documentary about the making of Fitzcarraldo called Burden of Dreams, which is, it's not going to be my recommendation, but it is a recommendation. It's a really fascinating look at the making of this film.
Where I come from is the Wild Blue Yonder.
Wild Blue Yonder. He just took archival footage of NASA missions and footage he had a friend of his shoot underneath the ice sheets in the Antarctic. And through using a combination of that footage and interviews with like experts, he created this faux science fiction film about an alien who came from a dying planet.
We traveled all the way from the outreaches of the Andromeda Galaxy. Do you have any clue of how far that is? No, you don't.
They use the NASA footage as if it were science fiction footage of like this mission. It's basically all found footage, but the idea was, what if you fictionalize documentary images and use them to construct a fictional narrative? I think it's like a really interesting film, and I enjoy watching it. So in terms of a recommendation, I mean, there are so many films.
This is one of my favorite genres. It's tough to pick any one thing. I am going to recommend a film that came out last year. It's called Nirvana, the Band, the Show, the Movie.
If you're watching this in theaters, thank your lucky stars.
This started with a web series that became a TV show.
And I had never heard of this, so I still haven't seen it, so we need to watch.
I'm going to show it to you someday because it's one of my favorites. It's about these guys from Toronto who are musicians, and the premise is really simple. They are trying to get a gig at a venue called the Rivoli.
Hold on to your butts!
They are unable to do so through conventional means. I guess maybe because they aren't that good of a band. I don't think we ever even see them play. I think we just see them scheme. So they are trying to, by other means, somehow book a gig at this venue. But, you know, it always blows up in their face.
How can we use this to get a show at the Rivoli?
No, that's secondary.
This could have insane ramifications.
Oh, Richard.
They have a camera crew following them as they are trying to achieve this gig. I really like just the schemes.
Get up!
Come check us out at the Rivoli later.
It's a little bit of cringe humor. It's a little bit of just guys being scumbags and it never working out for them, kind of in the same way that like It's Always Sunny really appeals to me. The show was from about 10 years ago or so, and it just kind of disappeared and no one ever talked about it. And then suddenly out of nowhere, they had a big film come out last year. So I am recommending the film. With the DVD comes, I think, a look at the first episode of the series. Not the web series, but the proper TV series. A lot of extras on there as well. So I'm going to have to get that for myself.
And I like Canadian humor.
I think you would love it.
The other one I do want to recommend, which is a real documentary, but for all intents and purposes could be a mockumentary, is Lost in La Mancha.
Come here.
Keith Fulton and Louis Pepe, they're actually, I think, a couple, and they made documentary films. But Lost in La Mancha is a film about Terry Gilliam's attempt to make his dream project.
From the director of Time Bandits and 12 Monkeys comes the adventure of Don Quixote.
Cut. What's going on?
Everything that could go wrong on a film did go wrong.
There's a large bunch of lightning about to hit us.
This was a turning point for me in my relationship with Terry Gilliam because I love Brazil. I love The Adventures of Munchausen, Time Bandits. I love, all his Monty Python work. But in this film, when you see him being so obsessed with being the idiosyncratic artist that he loses all sense of the bigger picture, like basic things like, is your actor healthy enough to play this role? Did the sound stages you rented, are they actually sound stages that are soundproof? Did the locations that you choose, all this stuff, everything goes wrong.
I got an actor. I have an actor.
They lose their actor, the sound stages are shit, the weather is bad and washes away their sets and their equipment. And it's equal parts hilarious and heartbreaking, because if you've ever made a film and just how difficult it is, every little thing can become a challenge. It's just heartbreaking to see. But at the same time, Terry Gilliam really needs to get his head out of his ass sometimes. As his production is collapsing around him and he's like obsessing over like marionettes and stuff like that, the mythology of him being this kind of creative genius only takes you so far. And at a certain point, you just become an asshole.
We can't make the film. It's not the film you want to make.
When he finally did get to make the Don Quixote film with Adam Driver, it's a terrible film. And you watch it.
It wasn't worth all this.
Yeah, you're like, why did you, this was your 30-year passion project? But this film's a great look at that. And, I definitely would recommend it. You should watch it because it's really, really enlightening, and you can't believe it. You're like, oh man, like what else can go wrong? And just when you think that's it, something else does go wrong.
Who suffered more than I did? I mean, other than the people who died. I mean, obviously they suffered more because they're dead. But you could make the argument that they're dead, so they're not really dealing with it. Whereas I live with the guilt and I live with the sadness.
Jesus. I think Incident at Loch Ness is outstanding in its genre. I think it is impeccably crafted. It commits to the bit and it shows, and we all reap the benefits from it.
And it's kind of a little lost gem that I don't think many people know about. So this is why we dig stuff up, because I like sharing these films that maybe not a lot of people have seen, and the way it fits into the Werner Herzog body of work, because it's not his film, but it's so integral to his mythology and his kind of filmography that it does feel like his film.
It's a part of it.
I'm not saying you're not credible.
So he's paid?
Yes, he was paid.
He paid me. He's supposed to pay me. He hasn't paid me a cent.
So he's a paid stooge.
Stooge? What's that supposed to mean?
Not sure. Tell me who is real and who is not.
I would include it, in his kind of body of work. It's worth watching,
Speaking of digging up, you would dig this one up.
So I would dig this up and out of the sandbox.
I'm not going to bury it either. I'm going to dig this one up as well, and can't wait to watch it again.
We dreamt something incredible and made it real.
Highly recommended from both of us, and hopefully a doorway into other films of this genre and also from Werner Herzog. So check him out. We love him. You should too. In this age of AI slop, we just want to restate that we love making these episodes with our own hands, bringing them to you. So if you like what we're doing here, hit that like and subscribe and let us know what you think below. And maybe you have a recommendation or two that you want to see us cover in the future. Love to hear what you have to think. From us here at the Cinema Sandbox, I'm Christopher G.
I'm Jordan Sherwood. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Just do it again. Do it again. Come on.
I'm gonna go down and set the sensor.